Hello. Yeah, I just want to start off by saying thank you, Kathrin, for like taking time out of your schedule to sit down and chat. I really do appreciate it, and I really love your work as well. I mean, you make really, really amazing digital content. It's absolutely phenomenal, the things that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate.
Yeah, and I know you asked that what work I do. I'm currently studying. Currently doing my master's in business administration, and then I'm also working for a tax depreciation company. But what I'm really passionate about is obviously, the podcast and taking photos and things like that. So that's a little bit about what I do. But I think for people who are listening into the podcast, they would also want to know what it is that you do. So can you please tell us what it is that you do?
Pardon me again?
Please tell us what it is that you do.
What I do?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually am working as a marketer. I'm doing online marketing and content and social media marketing for a big or a leading company for which creates or which manufactures sports equipment.
Oh.
And this is my main, I make my living with that money, but so actually my passion is a lot about art, is about creation, about also I love interior design. In general, I like a lot visual design.
Mm-hmm.
But more the creative stuff, I'm not so much, it's not so my taste, all what we see with these crypto punks and all that. It's not that what I appreciate for what I like to see. So I like interior design and general design. So as I went today for the Digital Planet exhibition, just to see what digitalization is in combination with also with science, in combination with research. And it's also, so I'm a bit also a bit a nerd, kind of a nerd.
Okay.
Tech freak, smart home, smart watch, and I often don't care so much about data because I have nothing to lose. I don't have nothing to hide, so I don't mind. I live once. I just try, and I like to try out, but I have visions. So basically, it's interesting to say a part of my job is more doing marketing, what I love. I can do also visual design because I also the brand manager. So I do a lot for my company, and it's probably not 100% in the branch I would love to do. So I probably would love to do more, create, I don't know, interior design or something like that. But basically what I have to say, I love my job because I can use my tools all day. I do marketing. I love design. So it's quite happy, but I have, on the other hand, I do some freelance jobs. I create websites. I do graphic design for some clients like flyers or I don't know, all what people need to promote themselves, So, and the third thing I do is my art. This is what I create. This is because I'm not a photographer, because I have visions in my mind. I'm sure I will never be able to shoot with a camera. So Photoshop gives me the possibility to show you guys what I see in my mind. So it's not only Photoshop. I use sometimes Illustrator as well. And I have visions, and I bring like a painter. A painter has something in his mind or in her mind and brings it to life by painting it. And for me, it's a bit different. I have like photos in my mind. Not all of them have to look real, because it's like my last post. It's actually a tree with instead of leaves, it has
It's
a cloud
clouds.
and white birds.
So
I mean,
beautiful. It's so
I don't know why
beautiful.
people love it. I will remember when I created that one, it was sometimes I have vision very fast and just write it down to a paper or make like a draft very roughly. And in the morning, it was about 2 weeks ago, I guess, I was working and I had that vision. I think it was because in the morning when I drove to work, I saw this kind of cloud near to a tree, but completely different. I mean, it's far away. The cloud was far away, but the tree was, I don't know. Sometimes I see on papers, on advertisings, on TV or in movies or in books or on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever I am, what I see something, this gives me the initial idea what I want to create. But if you compare finally those, it's just like a base or an eye or a source of
inspiration,
of a
source
creation.
of inspiration. Yeah.
There is completely nothing similar at the end, but you need like an additional fire to get my visions coming through. So I saw that in the morning at lunch, I had that in my mind. I saw it literally in front of me. So in the lunchtime, I created that artwork in about half an hour.
What?
And, yeah.
It takes you that long?
Not all the time, just that one, that particular one. Some artworks, I have many hours. I keep that on my desktop, I mean on my computer for many months, because I stick sometimes I get stuck in an artwork. I see it's not finished, but it doesn't look good enough.
Yeah.
So I keep them lying on my computer and get back later just to finish it. So, but that particular one, and I can tell you also when I said, I was 1 o'clock, so I had to go back to work. I said, okay, can I do it better? I think, no, it's fine. Sometimes I'm really tired of making it even better. So I thought that for that particular one, I'll leave it like this, post it, and you see what happens. Sometimes
it's crazy, 200,000 likes.
Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea how it went viral. So since Friday, I think Friday last week. Also the Friday we had before yesterday and 1 week before, then it's when I posted it. Since then I got about 12,000 new followers in 1 week. It's absolutely incredible. I don't know why people love that. I have no idea.
I think that's the beauty of art, right? It's that when we create something, how people see it and how they envision it and how it impacts them, we could never imagine. It's like music. It's like listening to music or looking at a piece of art. When someone's asked, like, what do you see in this painting? What do you see in this photo? It's like, I get a feeling of happiness. And someone is like, no, I get a feeling of sadness. So all these people, all these 200,000 people who've seen this post and have clicked like on it, it's because it's moved them in a certain way that, you could have never imagined, which is beautiful.
I don't know why. And interestingly, it is that for some artworks I particularly love, they don't perform that great. So
that's funny. That's crazy. And I think I can relate to that as well. When you put the most effort, like you said, this one you spent like 30 minutes on it, but the ones that you spend hours on and then you post them, it's like people don't really react to them. When that
they don't see how many hours you invested, and I think it's also because your expectations are very big then. I remember for that one which performed now that good, I had no expectations.
You just posted it.
I just posted it. So I have really some of them, and interestingly, most of them, they perform not bad. So I should care less have less expectations, and
maybe it'll perform better.
I don't know. So
Okay, so I'm interested to know, like, I mean, right now you're sitting at about 76,000 followers on Instagram, which is crazy. That's not a small number. When you started doing this, did you want to be at this level? Did you expect to end up this big?
I'm really honest, because I got in contact. Also, my passion. Well, I have to start in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 10 years ago, I guess. 10 years. Yeah. 10 years ago, I noticed my previous job was completely different. I was very creative since childhood. I painted. When I was 20, I was painting abstract art. Okay. I also could exhibit on an exhibition here in Zurich. Then I did that for about 2 years, but in childhood I was creative. I was making a lot with my hands, and my mother always told me that I was very organized and had a lot of ideas. So, but then nothing really spectacular. But then when I was 20, I started with abstract art for about 2 years. But I stopped because, I don't know, I was a bit tired of it. And then it lasted many years. But I always noted that I'm so interested in creations. I saw in my company I worked for, I saw so many times what we can do better. And I noticed that the tools I was using, or I knew, like Word and stuff like that, I cannot bring that to life, what I think, and this is the wrong tool, Yes. So then in the company I worked for, we didn't that much marketing. So I asked the boss if we do want to making like a new department for marketing and do some graphics, so making better brand and so like that. But the boss told me, no, I think it's not necessary. And I was working for an international company for transports. And then I decided this is what I don't want to do. I had a really good job. I was in a leading position. I could travel a lot. I got really big money, and the work at itself was easy for me because I was very long time there. I knew what to do, and I was really successful. But it doesn't make me happy anymore. Wow. I went to work just to be there. I mean, it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't challenging. It was a bit, I was too lazy to change because I said, why should I change? I get money. I don't have to be, it's not stressy. So, but I think I want to make I think that couldn't be all my life long. So I decided, I think it was about 2012, I guess. However, I decided to quit, and not completely correct. I started studying visual design, and about I think it was 2 or 3 months I started, I knew that's what I want to go. Wow. That's my way. When I opened Photoshop the first time, it was just a new world for me. And I said, wow, that's cool. I want to do that,
I love that.
So about 2 months later, I quit it and studied and made it finished the study. And then I changed to be a teacher for visual design for students. And but this was so exhausting because I'm not a classical teacher for all the time. I give lessons for like 3 or 4 hours, or for a course 12 hours, but then I'm finished and I need a break.
Yeah.
But to do do that all day long,
You can't.
This was too crazy for me. So I quit it about 2 years later too. And but during that time, I noticed Instagram. That was, I mean, just to say about years in 2016, that was the first time when Photoshop opened. I remember very well, I said, oh my God, how will I ever understand what's in here? All these tools.
So
I
many
really
things
remember very
happening
well.
in Photoshop.
And I can really imagine what people think when they open Photoshop the first time. They go, what should I do with that? Oh my God. So that was back in 2016 when I opened it first time. And of course, I learned Illustrator, InDesign. That's why I knew about design generally. You learn a lot, and about colors and about typography. And that's so design is generally something what I'm really interested in. But then, so that was too exhausting being a teacher. And then I changed, but during that time, I got aware of Instagram. It's pretty late. I started pretty late. I remember very well, it was end of 2018. I told myself, I want to do an Instagram account. And then I decided to do, I made one, I think it was beginning 2019. I made myself an Instagram account. And then I was researching how to perform. And you can read all that, what you have to do to get, to make your account performing. So I read that I have to do a consistent account. I have to post consistent stuff. And of course, at that time, I wasn't as good as I am now. So because you learn being better, of course, because it's I work every day with that. So then so they said, you have to at the beginning, you have to post 3 times a day. You have to be active in the story, and you have to use the right hashtags, and you have to have a consistency in your gallery. So I thought, how can I reach that? So then I thought, okay, let's make everything black and white.
I went down your profile, and it's all black and white in the beginning.
Yeah. So first I shoot it out there. I went to the city and shoot it, and made all these pictures black and white to get the consistency. So I shooted everything, from landscape to city to not really spectacular. In my room, in my flat here, plants,
everything black and white.
What I found, what is from the back to get and made them black and white. And but during making this, I noticed that it would be cool to compose, because all what I shooted wasn't that what I really like. So I thought, I noticed that what I want to see or what I like isn't be possible for me to shoot. So, okay, so let's do it with Photoshop. And so I started making composite things in black and white with Photoshop.
Wow.
And they did some painting, some line art, and of course, I deleted a couple of my posts already down there because I don't like them anymore. And basically from going out shooting, making these pictures black and white, it was a transformation to creating compositions. In fact, it's like I used Illustrator, because in black and white, you can often use Illustrator for graphics because you don't work that much with colors in black and white. So using Illustrator, for example, I have some posts with a big door or a window with a cat. So this is Illustrator. So I made it in Illustrator. So I also have a graphic tablet and an iPad. I do it with the iPad, but then it was starting, I think it was 2021, year 2021, I guess. I noticed that it's getting too tight for me, that black and white, you know. I felt, how you say in English, cramped, or cramped, how's it called?
Yes.
It's I think I have to.
You felt
break
like you
out.
were in a box.
Exactly. I saw all these beautiful colors, and I see that I can say something with the colors and giving that kind of mood. What I think I can't do it with black and white. So I changed to start doing color stuff as well.
I love it.
And I think my talent, when you even can say it's a talent, is that I have an eye for. I mean, we all know that there are physicals that what people love, you know. So when you go, you can make it on. You can in science, they tested why people think a person is beautiful because of symmetry, and I think there are aspects in photos that work. It's the combination of the colors. So, because when I often work with the color schemes, you know, because we complementary colors or monochromatic color scheme, and there are certain color schemes, they work for people's eye. But this is not what I have to like go like a script, what I have to pick if it's working, because I just feel it. Same as placing objects, where to place objects that it looks for the human eye beautiful. I mean, you can learn that from theory, you know, but I think it's very complicated. It takes too long if you have to go. You are not free in creating if you have to think about all these theories. So I just have that in me, that I feel if it's looking beautiful or not.
I love that.
I think there are a certain point of views I'm really attracted by, or symmetry I'm attracted by, or perspectives I'm attracted by, and colors especially. I don't like so much that candy stuff, you know. This you often you know. So especially in Photoshop design pages you see on Instagram, like Photoshop itself too, or other Photoshop feature pages. You see always that pink and violet and I don't like it. Sorry. I like pastel, very decent pastel. I like a lot, but that's candy color stuff I can't stand. It's not my taste. I like the kind of decent colors, you know, not desaturated as well. But what you see, my background here, that's what I love. It's like a decent color and moody tones, and not always. So like my hair.
I like your hair, but it's beautiful.
It works very well now. Yeah, it works very well now. I of course I love blue as well. Blue tones and minimalism. I like the minimalism is. I like, especially if minimalism is combined with a meaning. So how I say, that's really hard to explain. If you can make something in a minimalistic style, but have a huge
story
about it, so you when you see it, even it's so less on that picture, you can build your own story. So
I see it in all your work. I see
Yeah,
it in all your work. Yeah, it's so minimalistic, but there's such a story behind it. And I think a lot of the world as well is very attracted to that minimalistic,
yeah,
um, kind of easy, calm, soft colors that you're doing.
yeah.
And I think it's, mm,
I think it's because people are there are in every day we see so many informations, we have so many visuals, we are over flooded with informations visually and also in like written or in sounds. So you often see all these minimalistic pieces. People love to see it because it gives a contrast, like a moment of silence to
oh, I
jump
love
out
that.
of that hectic daily life.
Mm,
So I think that's why people love the minimalistic style. And
so,
I also like it. My flat here, where I live, in my interior design is so minimalistic. It's just white,
oh, I love
and
that.
I love really less style. So, but not all of my compositions are like that. But
Mm.
I I I think I wouldn't be able to create only minimalistic composition because I don't have enough ideas for that. Because they need a story behind. It's not
Yeah.
just placing I don't know, a tree in middle of the nowhere. So no.
Mm. So my question then is, when did you get into NFTs? Because I see that's a very big part of what it is that you do.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it was in May last year. I just read about it, and as you know, I love tech and everything what I don't know, I want to know.
Mm.
So I just started. I think it was on Twitter or on Instagram. I read about NFTs. I hadn't have any idea what the hell is that. Um, so I went to YouTube and I checked that and read about it, what it is and how that works. And so I did think, oh, let's try it out. So as often I just try it out, and even it works or not. So I made an account on a wallet. I
Mm-hmm.
had to learn how to make a wallet and how that all works, and then I did an account on OpenSea, but I only minted about 2 pieces. I had no expectations. And then I was looking for a foundation invite on Twitter because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only 1 week. Since 1 week, foundation is open for everyone. So before you have to
You
have
had
an
to be invited.
invitation.
Mm.
Yeah. So then I got one. I minted. People bought it, and on an OpenSea, I really had only 2 pieces uploaded there, and then I think one was gone. Then I said myself, okay, I waited about half a year, or at least half a year. I said, I can mint all my black and white, just mint that. They don't care
You
that.
don't lose anything.
It's free, it's not costing you. You
Yeah.
have an initial cost on OpenSea one time, and then you can mint like crazy for free. It's not on foundation. It's different. On foundation, you pay gas for every collection you do, and for every smart contract you do, and for every piece you upload, but not on OpenSea. So okay, let's do the whole collection. I minted the whole collection. It was about 20 artworks I uploaded, and then I remember very well. It was a Friday. Then it made ping, ping, ping in my email. Ping,
notification,
ping.
notification. Wow.
Sold. I said, my God.
Oh
So
my
for
goodness.
some reason, it was like algorithms, or so they went. Then I said, okay, I have more. So I uploaded another 21.
Wow.
And finally, after I think it was 3 weeks, all 40 were sold. Yes.
All of them in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Wow. What do you
Because
think?
when you make sales, you get in these I don't know, classifications or something.
Yes.
And people go there and see that, and then they think it's interesting and they buy.
They want to buy it.
Yeah, because on OpenSea it's often just the money, you know. They think, oh, this is successful, I can resell for more and make money. So I think it's for many people buying your art, it's about making money. And that's been a sad thing, you know, when people think they can make money with your art and not buying it because they love it. So
they love it, yeah.
I would really appreciate if people would buy my art because they love it, not just to make it money.
Yeah, I definitely would buy your art because I love it. I mean, it's
so. Then I said, okay, I have my animal collection, and I did another animal collection. But I sold, I think, 2 weeks another one, but I think my prices are quite high. So, but I have no stress, you know. I that's the good thing. I have no expectations, so it gives me a real freedom. I have a secure job. I do that for fun, you know, and if people love it, they love it. Then they can buy it. So I don't necessarily have sales, but because I would love that people who buy my work, that they love my work. But of course, every sale makes me pretty happy because it's a confirmation or honor for my work. So
I think there's nothing better than that for content creators, you know, getting people to like your work, buy your work, comment on your work, and give positive feedback. I think it just shows that the work that I'm doing stands for something.
And it's also when you have, I think, my prices are high. Yes, that's true because I compare with others. They are high, but I sold all the 40 ones in the same price level. So I said, why should I do it cheaper now? You know, it's a strategy. I can say, okay, make it cheaper. But I think for those who collected my work once and they see that my work is now available for cheaper, it's not very cool, you know.
It's not very cool. So my question is, from your general experience and what you're seeing, what do you think the NFT space is going to look like in the next couple of years? Do you think it's going to get bigger or is it going to get smaller?
Yeah, I because I have to say, I'm not on. I'm not that much online. I mean, not that much on Twitter. I mean, there are people there are posting 4 or 5 times a day and say, "GM." It's not me, you know. I just share my work, and if someone likes it, I so much appreciate if someone likes or buy my art. Then I feel like I have a relationship. But some people, they are just literally bothering you because I bought, for example, also NFTs, and I get now like bothered that I'm buying again, and that's a kind of annoying, you know. You should be free to decide if you love something and
or not,
you should buy for you. It should be your free choice to buy and not to get bothered that you buy, you know. That's I don't like that. So I am kind of a silent person, very I make myself a bit rare as well, maybe, but not because I want, because I like to create, and I'm not so much, I don't know how to say, I love to spend my time being creative because I have so many ideas. I hardly can find enough time to all get that done, what I have in mind. So why should I be on all that? I don't have time to be on Discord. People hang out there for hours all day long to promote their work. That's because not me, you know. I share my work, and I'm happy if people love it and buy it. But if there's someone who buys it, I'm so related to that person because I feel really honored that they buy. but I'm not. I mean, it's a kind of the Twitter space is really interesting to promote your art, yeah. But when you see reactions on posts or on tweets, you often see that people just say they love that a particular piece, but just to be kind. It's not honest, it's not. And that's what I'm not a real fan. I'm really honest. I would never write sometime on a post, or especially it's crazy cool if it's not for me. So, I'm kind, yes. If there is a friend, I'm kind. I say it's you did it wonderful. But if I don't do that too much, because it feels not being the truth, saying the truth. I mean, then rather I say nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
and
speaking. Sorry.
Okay.
Speaking of the truth, right? I mean, you just mentioned something that has given me a question that I can ask, which is that since you're getting so many people looking at your work and things like that, do you sometimes get people who don't like your work and then comment negatively on some of your posts? And how do you deal with that?
A good question. It's interesting because when I started making compositings, some people said, oh, it's Photoshop. And I say, yeah, read my bio, then you know that I'm a Photoshopper. It's not my problem if you can't
not a
read.
Secret.
And there is one thing I have to comment on that, because when I started with doing that, I noticed very fast that photographers hate Photoshoppers. They can't stand it. But to be honest, all those really, really great and famous photographers, they work with Photoshop.
They use it all the time. Yeah.
So, but that's what I never understand it. That's why I never understood it. But then when the NFTs thing started, all these communities on Twitter, I know that the photographer noticed that especially digital artists are very successful. So since the NFT community exists, the respect from other work gained. It was getting better. So because all these 3D artists, they got very, very successful with NFTs. And that's why I think all these photographers opened their mind a bit against all these art. So today I have really big photographers as friends in the social media world. I would never have before, I think. However, when I started with all my work, I had a lot of comments earlier that it's photoshopped or it's like that. But that stopped, I think, 1 year ago. I hardly have negative comments. I can't even remember when it was. I'm really suffering from the problem of my work is with copyright infringement.
Really?
Yeah. I think I can fill out the form for reporting on Instagram by sleeping, because
wow.
I didn't count, but it's more. I'm allowed at least about 100 times I had to fill out that form because people are. Yeah, just today I found another one that is using my work with no credit. Yeah, I have that. I do that really often, really, because I made myself a screenshot because the good thing is that in the meantime, really all my friends, they know my work. It's very good, recognizable. that people make me aware of that, you know. Recently, one guy, a friend of me, wrote me, "Hey, here's another one stolen from me. Here's another one stolen from me." Yesterday, I spent the whole afternoon by reporting stolen stuff from Instagram.
Ways. Oh my
There was
goodness.
there was one account. They used my photo as his profile pic. He used he used my photo as banner. He shared my work as video. He shared my work as photos, and the on top of that, he used my work as song covers on SoundCloud.
Oh my goodness.
On 3 weeks ago, I found my artwork on an Etsy shop. And the guy running the Etsy shop was some guy from Turkey. So you see, I really am so tired of that. I'm really
that's
tired.
not good though. I mean, I'm laughing now, but it really destroys the originality. And
the problem is it costs me so much time, all reportings, and so the other guy from that Etsy, I was too kind, you know. I wrote him a message, and I said, "You what the hell are you selling here? It's my work." And I'm really mad because I would have done it much better, just reporting, and then he gets
blocked,
stopped with his account. But now I wrote him. 2 minutes later, all my work was removed from the Etsy shop, and this guy he even told me, "If you want to make an account to deal with me, just let me know." I said, "What the hell?
What?
You want me to deal with you? Are you crazy?" I mean, he sold stuff, you know. That's what so I'm so tired, and really every day almost I have something to report because it's just mad, you know.
So how do you keep level-headed and like continuing to make art when you know that there's people out there who, you know, want to steal your work? And what's your motivation to continue creating, you know?
I'm glad that Instagram is really, really fast by removing. I mean, of course, I don't see everything. And I know that if someone is coming to Instagram the first time, they maybe don't know even that they're not allowed to share. Yeah. Sometimes they just don't know, you know. And so mostly I give them a second chance, especially if there's a new account. But because Instagram is really fast, when you fill out the form, it takes about half an hour and the other one is gone. But you don't know if it's gone. Then of course when they enter, they have like a message that they are reported. But you have no guarantee they're not posting it again. So it's I think you have to live with it. Yesterday, interestingly, it has nothing really to do with me, but I have the possibility to recognize pictures very long, or I not very long, but I can recognize and scan pictures very, very fast. So yesterday I went to 2020. It's a stock page, and was browsing stuff, and I went to say, "Oh my God, I know that one." And so then I noticed that this account steals pictures from big accounts and made them available on 2020.
2020.
Yeah. And so then I was watching if I can find something from me, but I couldn't find anything from me a piece. But I reported to 2020 the account, so I can't do more. But the guy, he shares work of other people. Yeah. Wow. So this is I think you have to fight again all the time.
Yeah.
You shouldn't decide to be an artist if you if you can't handle that. But it takes really a lot of time to do all these reports, and it's a matter of time.
Yeah. And I think for people who would be watching and listening into the podcast and wanting to be, artists, digital artists to be more specific, for them, what would you tell them if they want to reach, I guess, the best potential or the best artist that they can be? What was it that you did that made you as good as you are today?
I think the best thing is your how I say, your goal shouldn't be being successful.
Okay.
Your goal should be bring your visions, your passion to life. It needs that. You have to do. If it's passion behind, you reach it by yourself. You're gonna make it. If you do it for money or being successful, you won't be successful.
Yeah.
Because you need to have a passion. If you have a passion to create, to be a photographer, then just learn photography. Then if you want to go further on and make editings or like improve or make your photos pop, learn the software. And I really think that it makes sense to get to learn all these softwares. I think just the base from someone who knows it already, like a teacher or a course or online course, and then the rest learn in self-studying.
Yeah.
But it's because I often see that people learn it from YouTube, and they don't know about design. They don't know about color. They just learn the techniques, but they don't know how to use colors, for example. So you need to have a base from design, from psychology, for visuals, from all these theories existing. You need to have that, a base, and then the rest you can learn yourself. But it makes really sense, because you can be the best photographer, you can be the best photoshopper, but you don't know how to combine colors. Your work wouldn't be successful.
Yeah.
It wouldn't turn out how you maybe would love to see it. So learn the base from someone who knows it about already, from a professional, and the rest bring a lot of passion with it and learn from YouTube, or try and error.
I love that. I love that so much. And I see it with your posts, the white birds, like your most recent posts. I mean, like you say, you had no expectations and you just created it because you loved it and because you're passionate about what you do. And that's what then, equaled, I guess, quote unquote, your success, I guess, right? That's what made it blow up. But you didn't create it because you wanted it to have a lot of likes, but you created it because you enjoyed it.
Really, my expectation was like nothing. I thought, okay, that's maybe one I will delete one time,
Yeah.
But I'm really, maybe I'm fascinated by this color combination, brown, gray, white. I love that. Like here my background, and I love blue and white. And you often see that my color combination return. So these are most beautiful. Or I have one, I think it was that one with the, it's the fourth one from the top now. Fifth in the middle row, the fifth from the top. Left to the big moon.
Is it the one with the sheep?
No, yeah, the sheep one. Under the, if you go the sheep, then one down, and then the house with the blue at the waterfront.
Oh yes, I see that.
That's one I love, the color combinations. I love that so much, because it's like blue and the orange a bit, and it's like orange and teal a bit. It's so beautiful. I love it. That's why. But I think also you have to consider that likes on Instagram, it doesn't reflect
anything.
Nothing. Yeah, because of algorithms. That's a bit sad, And also, I have to tell you, if that one has now 230k likes, I think if you go to in science, they make tests. If they have a group of people and a little bit more than half of the group turns to one edge of the room, all people go with, it's a mass effect,
I see.
So if you have two bars, one bar is full of people and one bar has no one sitting. All people go to the bar where everyone is sitting. That's, I think, from a certain amount of likes, I think people just like it because it has so many likes already.
I get that.
It's psychology, This is in like all these terrorists, science terrorists. They think. I just think so. So, yeah. I mean, I will never ever reach that amount anymore. It went viral. So
that's literally the definition of viral, and I appreciate you sharing your story. It's been a true pleasure and honor to just sit and chat with you. And I know you've got so many other things that you have to do. I only have a couple more questions, and then we can wrap it up. But I think one of the questions is based on something we've spoken about, which is success. And I think I want to know from you what you would say is the definition of success for yourself. So when you look at your life and what it is that you've achieved and what you're trying to achieve, what would you say would be something you say this is a point of success?
I think success. I often notice that that I'm a bit depending, or that my mood is depending on how much my like is gonna be loved, and that's what I don't like. It shouldn't be that I get a bad mood because my Instagram post is not performing. I don't like that.
It happens.
I'm really honest. It is like that because since 1 week I was pretty happy, 2,030k likes, so I'm happy. But finally now you have more pressure, you have to post. So that's what I don't like, how I feel. There are people I'm following, for example, one guy, he's just posting. He's not writing comments. He's not answering any comments. He just shares his work, but people like it. I don't have that. I would love to be able to have that, careless, kind of. But in comparison, I sometimes like to chat with people who love my work. I think I answer all DMs, I guess, most of them, and so I'm not another person just because I have like a couple of more followers as others. So now, but success is for me if you can make your passion, if your work is what you love, then you never work one day in your life.
Yes, I love that.
You know what I want?
I love that.
So, I also thought about what would be if, for example, if I would make big money with my NFTs, for example, billions, I don't know. Would I stop creating? No. And I think sharing my work, or being able to share my work, is like my engine, creating new stuff. And being successful is when people appreciate my work. That's for me successful. Successful doesn't particularly have something to do with money for me.
Wow.
For example, if I have the choice, people love my work. They say, oh, wow, beautiful. But from honestly say they love it, not just saying. Or if I can sell many NFTs, for example, or many prints to people who have the final plan to resell it to make money. I rather sell less prints to people who love my work and hang it to the wall, as many prints to people to want to make money and resell it. So I think, yes, feedback is very important for me, that I get feedback to my work, because that's if I think it's honestly good, then it's probably that not too bad what I create.
Yeah.
But successful because successful can also be a lot of work being successful. So sometimes I wish I had like a mentor or like an agent who's taking me all this administration work from me, because I get so many messages and people want to collaborate and I mean, I appreciate that all, but it keeps me always away from creating.
Yeah.
So it's not easy being successful.
It's not. And I love your answer so much.
That behind everything, it should be passion. If you love what you do, nothing feels like work. I never had any day the feeling that I have to, that I need to do now. I need to create new stuff. Never. And because I know how it can feel when you don't have ideas.
Creative block is rough, eh?
Pardon me?
When you get a creative block and you can't come up, it's very difficult. It's very difficult.
I think I had in November. Last November it was the first time I had it in, I think, beginning 2021. I had a block for 1 week or 2 weeks.
Wow.
But I didn't really notice that. But in November last year, I had a block for about 4 weeks. And to be honest, I really was scared that I never get back all my talent. I mean, my idea talent. And that was a bit scary then, but from one day to another, it came back. So I compared like a writer. He sometimes they have their blocks, they can't write, they have no ideas. So this feels like pretty the same, I guess.
I love that, and it will happen at times, but I think the important thing is fighting and wanting to come back. Like you said, if it stems through, if your career is built through this kind of bubble of passion and really enjoying what you do, I think you always find your way back. And I know you mentioned something earlier, way in the beginning when you started, that you left your old job because you weren't feeling fulfilled by what it is that you were doing and how the company was running and things like that. But my question is now, just to kind of wrap us off with this podcast session, is to ask you, are you fulfilled in this moment in time?
Yeah.
And
I would never, I would not go back for my old life, we said, because my old job, not for any money, never.
Wow.
I never regretted. Even I had to step back with getting money, with earnings, but I never regret. I never regret. And I think it's, if you can manage it with money, some kind, follow your passion.
Yeah.
Make sure you have some securities, not to get lost under the bridge. But now I just want to say, try it out, try and error. If you don't work, make yourself some, like a base wherever you can go back. For example, you don't have to turn to the bottom floor, but make a fundament, and if follow your passion, try hard, work hard, try it out, give yourself some time, but if it doesn't work, don't be shy to go back again, you know. If I mean, there are so many, they want to be a designer, but they will never be a designer. Because they don't have the skills.
Yeah. Well, that is true. That is true.
It's hard to say. They want to be designer, but they don't have. I mean, they have other talents. Maybe they're good in the garden, but they don't have talents for being designer. So I say sometimes also in my classes, I have sometimes people that are totally talent free, you know, they are talent free regarding creation or like design or Photoshop. Recently, I had a guy in my course. He was very good on software, you know, he understands very fast, but he doesn't have the eye for a beautiful photo. Yeah. And then he cropped and made something, said, oh my God, how you can, I didn't say it, but I thought, how you can think that is beautiful. So, but he was very good in software. So, but I mean, I'm always trying to say these people, why do you love it? To understand why they love it, you know, why they think this is now beautiful. But they just don't see it. But for example, this guy I just mentioning here, he is very kind with his dog. He loves his dog. He's going out with his dog, but I'm not. I can't handle dogs. So every person has its skills. So I think it's important that you know what you can.
I love that.
You should improve in that what you can, not that what you not can. And you should find teachers which are honest with you, that they say probably this is not the real thing for you. Yeah. But basically, I think that.
Sorry, you can continue.
Yeah. So follow passion, make a base, follow passion. Work hard, but if you see it doesn't work, don't wait too long and go back.
I love that where you're saying to go back. I think sometimes we are trying to force this thing that we think we might be good at, but not really good at. So I think for me, my lesson there from you, and thank you so much for sharing that, is that I need to be able to sit down and ask myself, who am I, what can I do, and what can't I do, you know. And I mean, if it even comes down to having to write these things down, I think that will help, you know, then me figure out where I can take my life, and then stop, you know, wasting time and resources on things that I'm really actually not good at. So I appreciate you sharing that. Actually,
for example, like you, what I love, I mean, when I'm talking, I know that I talk a lot. So, but what I really appreciate, you let me talking, you know, and that's your skill. You can listen. That's what I can't. I have a problem. I hardly can listen. But people try to say that I don't know why. I really have to improve in that region. I
love really, that you talk. Because that's what this podcast is about, you know, talking.
Yeah, I appreciate that you listen. So that really worked. So yeah, it was very cool that you are having me here.
No, thank you so much, Kathrin. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor to have you. Like I said, your work is absolutely fantastic. I can't
thank you so much.
Get my hands on one of your pieces and be able to hang it in my own house. One day I'll definitely be sending you a message and I'll be like, hey, Kathrin, look, I've got one of your pieces in my house now. But I can't wait again to just like see you grow and continue to make more content. I'll be following your work from Instagram. And
wow,
it's been a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Same to you.